Knowledge brings us out of the darkness. It helps us understand the world around us and allows us to survive and thrive. Lycoming County seeks to better understand the conditions of our forest and countrysides, our streams, our rivers, and our surface waterways. But there remains a significant gap in our understanding of the quality of the groundwater that underlies Lycoming County. Filling this gap is the primary objective of the Lycoming County Groundwater Quality Monitoring Program.
In partnership with our state and federal partners, we have employed some very effective assessment tools that have enlightened us about the status of our natural resources.
About 8 years ago, Lycoming County officials identified the need for an assessment program to evaluate the chemical and mineral elements in our groundwater. Why? The urbanized areas of the county are served by public water suppliers who are already under stringent requirements to meet strict Pennsylvania DEP criteria. But what about our rural areas? As evident from this map, the vast majority of our land lies outside the public water service area. We know that about 30 to 35% of the county residents rely upon domestic wells for their drinking water needs. This is a source we know far less about. This is our area of interest. Our project is no small task since Lycoming County has more land area than the entire state of Rhode Island. A massive evaluation like this takes considerable funding, and that funding finally became available thanks to Pennsylvania's Act 13. The county applied for and was awarded a competitive grant for $250,000 from the state's Commonwealth Financing Authority. These funds were the result of a provision in Act 13 that sets aside dollars for the evaluation of water quality. The county's evaluation team is led by the United States Geological Survey, or USGS, a premier scientific organization with assistance from the Pennsylvania DEP's North Central Regional Office and the West Branch Regional Authority, as well as the North Central Source Water Protection Alliance, among others.
You might ask why we're doing this study. The goal is to establish a baseline picture of the quality of the county's groundwater resources. Is to determine what's natural to the aquifers. You can't monitor changes in future conditions without a solid data-driven baseline or starting point.
There are a number of factors that can influence these native conditions: acid mine drainage, septic systems, agricultural practices, mineral extraction. In short, it's the interaction of humans with the land and how the land is developed. Responsible stewardship begins with understanding where we are today.
What are we interested in? Major ions that people are familiar with, like calcium and magnesium and sodium, metals such as iron, arsenic, lead, nutrients such as nitrogen and phosphorus, and also volatile organic chemicals which many people might not be familiar with, like benzene, toluene, chloroform. We're casting a very broad net to establish as thorough a baseline as possible for the study. Altogether, there are about 6 major categories of chemicals that we're studying, and it includes over 140 different constituents. Where are we collecting water samples? Basically, we're sampling the entire county, but we're only sampling domestic supply wells where we have good data on well construction and hydraulic properties of the well. We separated the county into about 72 different random sectors, selecting only domestic supply wells within each of those sectors.
County officials have done the public outreach and notified every municipal leader. Randomly selected homeowners have been personally contacted to determine their interest in participating in this program.
So when we arrive on site to sample the well, first we try to get a water level measurement from the well. Once we get the water level measurement, then we'll turn a spigot on from an untreated part of the plumbing system, and we'll run the water for a certain amount of time until a couple different parameters stabilize. What we do is we hook up a Teflon hose to the spigot, and this comes from an untreated part of the plumbing system. This is a line that comes directly from his holding tank. We take the hose out of the bucket and we'll put it through here and into the chamber bag. And the water will flow through here. Then we'll just collect the sample through there. So the second the sample comes out of here, I would give it to one of my colleagues and they would double check at least the VOC bottles to make sure that there aren't any air bubbles in them. And we put everything in a cooler on ice to keep it cold.
Samples collected in the field are delivered very quickly to the local labs selected for our project, Seawald Laboratories, located in Williamsport's Industrial Park. As water samples arrive, they are unpacked, inventoried, temperatures verified, and logged into the lab's information management system. This inductively coupled plasma instrument is the lab's workhorse for trace-level metal analysis, including magnesium and iron. Seawald's thermo-ion chromatograph analyzes inorganic elements such as chlorides and sulfates. The microbiological quanti-tray system is used for total chloroform and E. coli determinations. Within a 5-month period, we moved from public outreach to field work being complete. What's next? Analysis of the collected data by the United States Geological Survey and report writing.
We are stewards of the natural resources that have been entrusted to us. We take this responsibility very seriously. It is an honor to work with Pennsylvania DEP, USGS, and other local partners on such an important analysis.